Are we live? Sorry. I think I hit it, but it's like spin forever. And I'm like, okay, I gotta put the lights on. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Let's go. Let's do this. We're talking about the today. How's everybody going? Thank you for coming to my channel. See, I want to get the see, side. There we go. Better. Cool. Sorry to waste 45 seconds. See, I got so many. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Law of One. Law of One. Welcome to the channel. So much going on. So much to talk about. So many wonderful things uh, to bring forward. And but I really wanted to get this one out in the sense of explaining the Law of One. I feel very, it makes a lot of sense with being a Libra, being, um, you know, we're trying to be oneness and unconditional love and like all this, to be. So I think it's really perfect to do that today. And I wanted to just go over the basics. What the law of one is to say, and again, it's not, I think that's the point of, all of it is really the unity. We are all one, even though we're experiencing things differently. And it's like it's like an epiphany or an insight or anything where you just have a different perspective, right? It's as simple as that, and you can realize how, oh, even in this body or whatever, in this being, in this person, this life, you can still have a different. Yeah, you can share perspectives with people. You know what I mean? You can download a perspective from somebody. You can, we can all kind of grow and be one. So it's like, oh, we're not one, we're not one. It's like, well, we are. We just didn't all grow up together. Whatever. So there's unity that we're coming into. Hey, Nicole, how are you? So yeah, no, I just wanted to get through the basics. There's the Law of One books. Really, that came out. The channelings of Ra, the Ra Collective, whatnot. Talking about the pyramids and creating. You know, they reference creating the pyramids and all of these things. And it's a really good read. I think it's what 5 books. So have to go over it all, but it talks about the souls and it's all the things that I love how it's all coming together. All this information is out there. And really, there's so much separation in the world too that we were talking about downstairs earlier today, thinking about what to go over, and the separation is it's everywhere. It's every time we look at each other and think, you know, you know, you don't know what I'm thinking, right? Right, right. Like we say, we want to get into these advanced psychic things where we get telepathy and we can do this, we can do that. We don't believe that we can, or in the first place, society as a society, when people walking down the street, or this or that, or they're blocking here, or they're blocking there, and then you don't know if the energy, and then we're trying to communicate with each other. And it's like, oh no, I didn't mean that. Sorry, I didn't want to, offend you, make you cry, it's like whatever happened. So it's kind of like, we're all coming from our different angles, and that's why I love sharing so much, and just talking and joking because all of it's hilarious. Uh, it's always so fun when especially like they say it's all perspective. Yeah, I want to say it's all a game, right? But as souls, it's definitely it's an adventure. We'll call it an adventure. I mean, it's all these, and so we get right. Thank you. It's all these things. Okay, I'm gonna sit in my rock pose. I need to get a staff, and I can channel them better. Let's see. It's all one. It's all one. All right. We'll see where each other then. But yeah, I mean the separation in the world. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. it's every time we look at each other, and it's like it's even on our perceptions. So we say like you see someone with a different skin tone because that would be sight. So you see, or a different height, or a different sex, gender, right? So, uh, and automatically we're like, okay, boom, set in our mind, boom. So that's what but it's all just perception, and how do you kind of look past that? How do you, you know, seeing everything as one and seeing it as it is presenting itself and as it is, it's kind of, you know, it's two different things, but it's one and the same. And that's part of where we get, hey, Sarah. Yeah. So I don't know. This is going to be, it's, you fill it up my spine. It's going crazy. It's all love. You got to be the love that you want to be, and then, so the basics of it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to get into, with the stories of, our history and the truth and what really happened, and how this is all playing out. And, you know, uh, uh, there's most definitely, definitely other beings out there in the world, you know, uh, so you don't have to, all of these questions and all of these things that we want to ponder. And the reality is like it's so much more deeper, so much more intense, so much more, you know, just amazing and like and epic that we could ever imagine. So really it's just opening ourselves up to the possibilities is really the first step, because there's a lot of the world that's still really, and that's why we address the fear. What's the point of all the fear? The only reason why you're not engaging it is, everybody's got to kind of work through the good and the bad. So we have this idea of the law of one, where we're all one and the same, where we all go through the same feelings. We all have fear and of this and of that. Um, you know, and it's really just kind of the vibration that you set yourself at, and then you're just setting yourself up, and then that's where the whole vibration thing comes into. So, really just understanding, the oneness, the feelings that we all share. It's why, like I've said in my video before too, it's looking back where we all share each other, and we all know this. We all have these same, wants and desires, and this and this and this, and they all sort of feel the same. Um, and it's just that simple fact that uh, in that we're able to choose what feelings we want to experience in the world. And so then we're sort of wondering here and there, we have to do this, we have to do that. And that's where the hard part comes in, right? Because, the truth and the difficulty and this and that, everyone's like, the oneness, right? We're all one. Like, so if it ain't working, then it ain't working. There's a lot of things in the world that don't work, and we're not just kind of addressing the fact that, that's how it is, and then moving on from there, because I'm pretty sure that as people, we would fix things. We would do the things, that are going to bring us all together and bring us all more abundance, in our lives, So the oneness, the more we see this commonality in each other and focus on just this, the better it's going to be when you're having your outlook, when you're dealing with people, and, really just spreading that to people too, because, and it doesn't mean in the sense like you got to give all this, give all that, whatever, but, um, being that, it's all one, it's like we have all the problems. So, and then why aren't they being solved? We have this, we have that. Like, California has this water drought, or had, or whatever, had this water drought, whatever. And it's just funny to me that of all the money we could possibly print, we can print it to however much we need. And we're printing enough to keep people alive, but how come we're not printing enough to like fix a lot of the stuff that's we easily can, especially the fact that we can just print some more. So it's like the whole world is kind of coming into this realization where, I mean, it's coming from wherever each individual's at, but it's hitting in that same place, So that's that energy of the oneness that we'll all feel, right? That we all as one, we can feel that we're like, okay, something's wrong, something's going, and then so that's what's, and that's a fancy way of me explaining, how we're all just coming, we're talking to each other more. People online, we're all looking for people online. Trying to talk to these people, we're trying to talk to that, we're trying to seek this knowledge, we're trying to seek that knowledge, and it's all the same thing because find, we're all just trying to meet at that point where we're like, yo, like we're all going out and we're saying, what the is going on? So that's what's happening with. Yo, New Earth, exactly. What's up? Yeah. I'll get you pop my this thing open. The handle. uh, it's just yes, it's I love it. Yeah, I just love how it's all coming together. It's a beautiful thing. Uh, and we all just got to focus on those commonalities, on those things. Uh, when dealing with people, when dealing with ourselves, when dealing with it's just instead of it being oh yo this is this way and this is that way and it's crazy like this and it's crazy like that, you just say, oh yeah, wow, that is crazy, what do and then we go from there, and then it just kind of goes out to the world. that's uh, that's all we're trying to do. So the law of one is a very basic understanding. It's something that is within us all, and it's there for you to find it. It's not, it's right under your noses, as you say. The whole entire point of the trick and the trap and the this and the that is the fact that they just don't want you to know. So if you don't know, you won't know. And you gotta, we're all trying to learn. And it doesn't matter how you say it, where you say it, when you say it, it doesn't matter what beings or not beings or whoever, you know what I mean? It's oneness. Because even these beings, they understand the oneness and they're all homies in the higher realms, right? And so we all need to just really get back to being homies with each other in the world. Nowadays, what was the meme I just saw where they said, the whole world is like afraid to touch each, like everybody got cooties now, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just stupid out there, and I mean, so, I think the best thing there is to do is really just kind of approach it in that way, uh, that it's you, you know, see what happens. That was something that I definitely uh, settled myself into, uh, the download, where um, just learning how to navigate. We all got to learn how to navigate. We got to bring, because really, there's a time to the there's like the yin and yang of it, right? So the yin and yang is the push and the pull, and there's going to be the part that needs, the time to go, the time to go back, and then the time to and then when you get the flow going, because the world is too much on one side or the other. It's too much, it's Western and then Eastern medicines alone, traditional Chinese medicine, using the herbs and the earth and doing all of this and all that. And then the Western, making concoctions in labs, just sticking people with needles, and it ain't even been proven to cure shit. But, I mean, I don't know which one I'm talking about. I'm just, guessing. Because, I just live here, I work here. That's where that comes from. Whatever. I just live here. You could live here too. We all live here. Um, but yeah, it's just, the love. We have to come back into the understanding that we're all in this together. That whole idea, like, you hurt me, like, like I'm hurting myself, or like I'm hurting myself. If I hurt you, I'm hurting myself. And if like someone hurts you, or something, it's like that's just you getting hurt, yourself, and then like, yeah. So there's a lot of like interesting ways that we can flow through life with more, you know, sharing in the world. And really that's that reflection and that comfort and that security, that comes in your life. Like when you know you have it, you don't have to worry about the things that are gonna and when and then your life becomes that whatever thing you want it to be, that your life is secure. We were just talking about that in our full moon ceremony, which was awesome, which we just started. Happy full moon, everybody. And yeah, and we were doing the lower chakras, and it was really, really awesome, really powerful. We got some good feedback. Thanks for the feedback, yo. And shout out Mac with the feedback. And and yeah, and so that security, knowing that you're okay because you're still here. You're still gonna figure it out. You're still gonna this. You're still gonna that. And the more we get to that point, the more you're not worried if you're at work. You're not worried if you're here. You're not worried if you're there, because you are where you are. You're in the present moment. Every time you're in the present moment, you're alive. You should take every moment to be grateful. And when you do these things, it's just like you realize you live in paradise no matter where you're at, and then it just gets better from there. You find your soul fam, you move, I moved out here to California, 5 beautiful months, Shasta, who knows, what I got coming, because see, but I mean, it's just, you can do, it's like they say, you can do whatever, you can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, right? So, but it's getting there. It takes that work, and don't think of it as hard. Just know that every day, you're working towards it. So I think that's the takeaway, that law of one. And then when we help each other, it's like you're looking for, I thought of a scarf. You're looking for a scarf and somebody's got, a scarf or knows a scarf maker. It's just like most of the time it's like, I'm not gonna bother. Go look it up online or something. But it's interesting, especially like when you're at a store shopping. People are just trying to get their stuff, and it's just like, God, wait, okay, no. Not that people say that. Of course, think that. Why would that ever happen? So it's that oneness. The sooner we realize that, okay, if you go shopping, you want to get in, you want to get out, you want to be quick, right? But you're gonna you can't predict the people that are going to be already going that way too. So it's getting into that flow of life with the oneness that we all are. You have to, it's a much sweeter place to be. Flow with the energy and see what's real. Everybody says they want what's real, what's real. Well, don't, quit high, quit, thinking too much about it, or whatever, we do, or it's funny, because when I'm at the stores, I'm just that's just, at that work. When I'm in the stores, it's fun for me. Just I'm watching people get upset, or and I feel bad. Sometimes they're walking through real fast, trying to go somewhere. I mean, I have to get my stuff. I'm just like, oh hey, just okay, let him go because he's got to go. Because you don't know, maybe he's got an emergency, right? So and that's that flow. You got to go, look at that car, 120, on in a 45. Now wait a minute, he's obviously needs, let's go. Wait, that's a little much. I know. I think I'd probably still home. But then again, if it was like really bad, you know what I mean? Like it was family. Like so, I got shot. To get that, okay, I'm out 520 the whole way, but change all the lights. Let's hack into all the lights and all up. Okay. That just trailed off right there for a second. All right, sorry guys. The law of one, the flow, getting in the flow. Yes, we know. All you have to do, get into your own flow. That's why I always say, if you get into your own, then you know how to be, if you know yourself. That's why it's all that know thyself, right? From the Matrix. That's when I remember seeing it for the first. But hey, Facebook, you activate your stuff. frustrating. Does it work? Yeah, it works very much. So, there's a lot of ways you can do it. It depends on where you're at. You're, um, you know, it depends on what you eat. If you how much water you drink, you flush it out, you do all these kinds of things to take care of yourself. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend, you know, plenty of water, good spring water, distilled spring. Hey, Unified, what's going on, man? Yeah, no, it totally works. It's, the only wrong practice is wrong attitude. So anything you do, just keep doing, get better next time. Don't worry about it if you didn't get it the first time, second time, third time, fourth, hundredth time. Don't, it doesn't matter if you practice it 1,000 times. Keep practicing, but if you're frustrated every time and then you're going into that, you're going because it's not like this, you know what I mean, or whatever. And we all do that. We all do because especially when you do learn like something and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna use that, I'm gonna go into my this, and I'm gonna try to go here. And then you're using that to go to the next level or to experience something else, but you gotta let that go because it's something else again. You can't, so don't go, you know, go with just focus on your third eye, breath in and out, right? Because you want to get in, you want to flow. There's a flow in there. There's a mechanism running in that third eye that's flowing, and you'll have to get into the seat of, that's the seat of the soul, right? It's the third eye, the heart, and then what is it? The like solar plexus. Wait, which one? Solar plexus? No, sacral. I don't know, something. I think it's the third eye. Is the seat of the soul. I don't think it's the crown. I have to check, but yeah. Um, and then really, there's a lot of things you can focus on. Third eye is really fun. You can actually the practices you can do because you can do like you can put crystals. Like you can put a bag of crystals or something and then like pick one out and then like guess which one it is or try to see things. You can I don't know, you can do things where you can vision it. It kind of helps if you have somebody to work with, or if you have a friend too, you can just and and say like, what am I thinking of now, or you can have a friend hold something, and I mean, and then just try to envision what it is, and then really, but there's a lot of practices. So like in our mediumship courses, we we teach how to really get sensitive to the yeses and the nos that you go through, and the feelings and the senses and the psychic senses in your all of these things. So there's a lot of ways you can do it, but yeah, just make sure you're progressing each and every time, and you'll eventually get there. But you definitely don't want to assume, you know, what it's going to be like. So that's the surrender. As long as you let go into it and then let it show you, because really that's what it is. Anytime that it turns on, it's like daydreaming, or it's like your imagination. Yeah, it's like daydreaming, right? Most of the time when we daydream, it's kind of like something we don't necessarily maybe realize we did. Like, oh, I just drifted off in thought right there, and we didn't. It wasn't part of the linear like saying, hey, oh, I'm gonna go drift off right now. Like we didn't even know we were gonna do it. We just, you drift off. So it's that's your imagery. That's your third eye, and that's your in whatever case you're seeing either your thoughts or something to come premonition. It depends, and I would think premonitions would hit a little bit harder. Premonitions seem to have more of a visceral feeling to me than, not like I've ever really premonitioned much, but the idea of deja vu, something like that. Hola, hola. When I started the card readings, I didn't feel any connection at first. Then I realized my readings were for me. Oh, that's funny. Was it so the connection was probably because you were trying to feel it like out there, and then it was blank, and then it was just like, no, it's back over here. That's good. What, Mike? That's my name. I know it. Yeah. So no, you guys log one. It's just really like It's check out the books, do your research. There's tons to learn on Ra. Oh, let's see. The goal that is within reach is has been set before you by your own design. So we're all rooting for each other, helping each other to figure out whatever it is that you're figuring out. And the more you slow down, the more you meditate, right? These things, the more you spend time away from things and in that place where you're just where you're not focused on doing this, doing that, doing, it's they want to keep us, uh, you know, like obsessed with our what we're looking at and what we're, all or you know what I mean, stuff. So it's spending that time in quiet meditation will allow you to catch up with yourself and just go and get to where you want to be faster. It's why that's a I remember a long time ago. I don't know when that was way back, like that meditate and then your whole life it all catches you catch up. It catches up because instead of, we're all trying to get this, get that, get this, but all those energies exist within you because if you see something or you feel something, it it's an energy that you react to. So the feeling that you had comes up from inside of you. So when you learn how to meditate and you learn how to be a conscious co-creator, right, you can create these energies within yourself at any time that you want. You want this, I want to go, it's like getting bored, you want to go out or something. I don't know. And all you need to do is sit and be like, what would I want to do right now? What's the best thing to do? What would I feel like would be awesome? And then just go there. And you can meditate, to breathe and be like, you breathe it in, and every inhale, you're breathing in more of that energy, right? And then every exhale, and then you create it within yourself, and then it gives you there's there's more that you gain from that in a way, you know what I mean? Because then obviously then we want to go experience that, but then when you do that, that's how you bring that closer to yourself anyways, and experiencing it that way too, so you want to breathe in, you want to spend time breathing in your reality, breathing out the whole deja vu. Hey, deja vu. Yeah, that's fun. That's like a recollection. That's you catching up with the point. To me, it's always meant, and I mean, I've pretty much had it verified for myself, at least in this way, a whole bunch of times. It's just that it means you're where you're supposed to be. It's a merging point. It's a timeline uh, moment where I don't want to say it's a new reality, right? But it's emerging of, because what it's like we say, we're healing timelines, we're healing bloodlines, we're healing histories, we're healing ancestral chi, karma, all of this stuff that's all over the world. And so it's a point when now, so when I have it, it's like, okay, boom, now here we are again, boom, okay, cool. So all of this stuff I have forgiven all of it, right? And so that's clear. And so now we go from this point. And so I think deja vu is just really cool that we have it, because yeah, to me, it's just like, yeah, keep going. You're doing good, and then, because sometimes it will be like a really long time. And I'll be like, oh my God, I haven't had one, forever. When am I going to have one again? And then I think I had one like recently, like a month ago or something. It's just like, there it is. Yes, it's back. Okay, we're good. We're good. I dove in deep on that one. That was, crazy. Going. So, but yeah, however it works, that's what deja vu means. And then it could just mean anything too, because again, it's going back to the idea that you are the creator of your own construction, right? This thing you created, this world, this life, and so it usually does always come down to what it means for you. We have to definitely be able to distinguish, love in the world, like, from what is reality, and wood is, and and it's like, okay, well, like in order to build like stuff, solid, yeah, we need to, do some math and be precise. There is like, but there's we don't want to forget that other part. We don't want to separate this. There's so much separation. It's like being an adult and wanting to run outside and scream like a kid or something. Like, we're allowed to be super duper excited too, but are we gonna, probably not. But it's we just stop. We hold back in so many weird, I don't know, worlds. And we could all just be, man, so much fun. I keep saying, is the world just like not worried about each other all the time? But you know, and that's the thing, yeah, be careful, right? You always want to be careful, but even in a bad situation, the best way to diffuse it is to crack a joke. If you can really get a good one that they'd respond to, like you win, and then you be like, all right, yeah, I love you guys. Hey, I gotta go. That's my only joke because I'm gonna out of here. I was about to get killed. No, I don't know. Maybe a bad situation. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, where we going? It's just it's your world, man. Right? It really is. But we don't get to, so you don't want to worry, right? You don't want to put that. You don't want to put that worry there. So where it's like, oh no, this isn't going to happen, or that is going to happen, or this is, that's when we all, don't know, we all get mind tumbles, like whatever, we all get all worried about stuff. We're staying where we got 30 minutes. Oh, let me take a sip. See if more comes through. Where's my water? There's. That's it. Really. I mean, Law of One is really something wonderful, something that we can talk about forever. It's the oneness that's in all things. It's the yin and the yang. It's the beyond the yin and the yang. It's what is it? The Wu Ji, that they call it in Tai Chi. It's the before the yin and yang. It's the before. That's the reality. And when we realize like that's what we're connected to and that's what we can draw from, then that's what we can create from. That's what we can use that in our life. That's where our energy comes from. All of it, our fast, slow, solid, whatever. It's like body bones or blood or whatever. Um, and your chakras and everything as points of centers in your body where it's like we open ourselves up to this amazing world where there's so much oneness out there, right? It's incredible and what we can share with each other, and so this whole idea of discernment, there's so many things to learn, and hearing that it's really just easy. It's really just right away, right. So we say it's the gut feeling, if you're it's flows through life, and always keep yourself in that happy space and that happy, that center point, where you're, oh, that was intentional, stay away from that. Hey, what are you doing? Why did you do that? And then you get mad, like they say, it's okay to be, upset. You're still spiritual, or you're sad. You're still spiritual. I'm so low vibe, it's or I'm so low vibe, whatever. But yeah, so it's gonna be it's the ride. It's you. It's your creation. It's like the ride that when it all comes into one, you step back and just kind of say like, it is what it is. I'm still here, and let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Why life? Why life? Cause because I love you, right? Because we all love each other. Because we should be, you know what I mean? Like, why you? Because I want to see you succeed. Because when you succeed, then I succeed. You know what I'm saying? Because then I can live in a world with another succeeder. You know what I'm saying? Then I can live with, you know what I mean? And it's like, and then it's for, and then so you did it not only for yourself, but you ended up doing it for me, and you inspire me, and I inspire you. You know what I mean? There's billions of people in the world. You know, we could be learning from each other all the time. You know, talking, hanging out, doing stuff. Get out, you know, start making videos, start posting. You know, everybody got all like social media is this and it's that and it's good and then now it's bad and now I don't. I've deleted my account. Man, we should just be sharing. You know what I mean? Everybody's worried about sharing everything. They're worried about how they talk or how they say it. You know, and but again, that doesn't mean it ain't fun, and that's what it is. We should be like, like every time somebody posts something, man, laugh, share it, say again, it's a joke. Laugh at yourself, laugh at each other, laugh at life. We're supposed to be coming into this world where we got all this, love, 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 love. It's like, well, let's go, let's do it. It's like, let's be real, let's be honest, let's just say it like it is. Let's be who we are and who you are. Let somebody be who they are, and everybody's good, like act like this when you're here and act like this when you're there. It's like, listen, if I'm around people and, I need to be, you know, polite and formal and, I'm going to be polite and formal. This is the event for that. It's what everyone wants to dress up as and be. It's let's go, let's have fun, let's go be. Right? If we want to go somewhere else, you want to go rugged and go, get dirty, let's go, like out into the woods, backpacking, hiking, whatever, let's just go. Like what it's just, and that's life. And we all want to do that. We can all learn from each other. We could do that. We could all go, we could all be hanging out. So, the world is so abundant. The world is so abundant, guys, because it's as abundant as we are. And I know that you're all abundant because I know I'm abundant. We're all abundant. You got to choose the things that you're abundant in, right? And that's why you love what you love. And that's why you do what you do because it's what you're supposed, it's what, you know, it's like, yeah. And if you want to do something else, something gets you fired up, and you're looking for, you know, to change, right? Like your life and all of these things, it's like enjoy that. Like, no, like I said earlier, no, every day, no, every second that everything that the reason that you're doing it is because that's where you're headed. Doesn't matter, how long it takes, doesn't matter things that happen along the way. Oh, well, like, like I got this setback, I got that setback. Oh, well, I'm not going to dwell on the setback. Yeah, they're just trying to throw stuff at me. And, I'm not gonna let that into my energy field, right? I'm just gonna rise above it. I'm gonna move forward, like, just keep going. Life is all good, you know, and you got to be able to look at the situations and yourself and, and the way and the people around you and them and their reflections and you as their reflection and them as your reflection, right? There's a lot, and the more we share that with each other, the more we start to sort of, and so we kind of want to do that in a way where people can really bounce off, and so when you're doing yin and yang, you want to do, if someone's coming at you yang, you want to be yin. So if they're, hey, give me that, you want to bounce it back and go, oh yeah, listen, what do you need, man? Like, cause I don't think I know what you're talking about, but if I do, I can maybe help point you in the right direction. Uh, Otherwise, and then if somebody's coming soft, that's when you got to step in and be all, you know, uh, yeah, direct like that. You got to say, hey, no, you're good. Quit worrying. Get out your head. Quit thinking about this. Quit thinking about that. Uh, whatever the case is. So, and it all comes out in different ways and forms. And when we can find that flow as people, that's when we're going to come into it. That's when we're going to all really, I think we're gonna get there a lot faster than we think, because there's way more people that are like waking up, and even if you just look at waking up, it's just like this simple thing because it's all that is. It's people are looking around like, something is wrong and we're tired of it. There's been too much of this for too long. So because of that, I think that's what allows the world to be prepared for that change. So just like I was saying a minute ago, we're changing the minds, right? Our minds. We're spreading this. We're changing the minds, and then it's going to change the world. Right? And we're setting up the ability for everyone to be able to accept the truth that's coming. That's why all of this is the slow burn. It's just like we talk about cryptos. We're just all connected. Just started, but it's on. It's definitely on right now. But it's yeah, I'm using Streamlabs right now, so I got on Facebook too. So I'm like seeing different Facebook messages. Yeah, so Facebook user. But, yeah, so guys. The channel like I kind of like more Law of One stuff. I mean, right. I'm trying to I think that's it. I think that's it for today. I think this is the way the way I want to break it down, right? Like I think people want to know a lot more truth about, you know, the history and the kind of like teasers and what's to come and what's this and what's that. And really, until people, until we get this to a point that it's acceptable, until if there's any download that he that he wants, it's like it's getting ready, getting the people ready, getting to the point where it's like we can start to talk about this stuff because all peoples we have so much to share. We have so much to channel ourselves. We have so much coming together to do that it's like before we even get to like the whole world's gonna be saved, we gotta start saving each other. We're not there yet. We're all waiting for it and we want it to be manifested. And we're not doing it right now. I mean we are, but you know what I'm saying? This was happening, this was coming. So it is, I guess. Now, thanks for staying. Love you guys. See you next time.